Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Covering both sides of the big issues with the analysis you trust on News Radio 1040 WHO.
It is a hot job market across Iowa and the nation, and a lot of people are thinking of changing careers. So the issue is here, as you think about doing that, maybe you're going to make the jump. Shouldn't you do that without burning any bridges? And how should you accomplish that? Well, here is my friend, the CEO of ActiveOps North America, always commenting on our labor issues in this nation, and I really enjoy talking it over with him on the show. Spencer O'Leary is back on the Newsmaker line. Hey, Spencer, welcome back to Iowa Radio. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Spencer, what do you think? How can an employee handle maybe leaving, walking out the door, but not leave a bitter taste behind?
So the first thing I wanted to talk about was for anybody listening who's kind of contemplating changing jobs or is in the process of changing jobs, just take a step back and remember this is normal. This is what people do. Generally, people move between jobs throughout their careers, and I think today, when it's never been easier to change jobs, particularly if people are working from home, then just embrace the process. This is not something out of the ordinary. This is, well, make sure you do it in the right way, but this is something that everybody does day in, day out through their careers, and it can be a real positive experience for people if they get it right.
And Spencer, why is that important? You may have somebody that's shrugging off a job they really don't like, and they may say, Spencer, why is it important for me to make this a positive experience? So why is this important to make it a positive experience?
So I think going back to that point of it never been easier for people to change jobs. I know a number of people who have quit a job in one company, and maybe they joined the company because it was a good company, but they left because of their boss. And they've gone to a new job, and not many weeks or months later, their boss moved companies as well, and that boss is their boss again. And if you've burned those bridges, if you've had a negative leaving experience, what goes around comes around, and you can often find in this very fast-moving employment world that some of the people that you previously worked with are now at the new organisation, and if you've sort of left a bad taste in people's mouths, then you're going to have a hell of a time even in your new job.
Absolutely. So, Spencer, you're the CEO of a company that develops software, and it gives managers the ability to lead remote teams. Are you seeing more and more people saying, hey, my requirement for my job is I'd like to work remotely? And I would imagine there's a lot of folks that are actually going to their employer asking for that now, isn't there?
There is a lot of employees doing that, and good employers. They're coming to us at ActiveOps, and we're helping equip their managers with the right technology and the right support and processes to effectively manage those remote teams. And they're really using that environment to attract and retain good talent by enabling this sort of hybrid working model where they can have people being productive working from home, less distraction, but also bringing people together every week or every month so that things like creativity and ideas generation are still prevalent in their business. So good employers are getting that right, and they're doing it right across their spectrum of employees. Employees that aren't doing so well are the ones who can't attract the talent. They can't retain the talent because they're trying to force their employees to maybe come back into the office 5 days a week, and people just don't want to do that anymore.
Right, Spencer. And so what are the objections that an employer has when you're talking to them about, I really want to do the old style of having my employees come into the office 5 days a week, working 8 to 5. Why are they objecting to going to this hybrid model that you're speaking of?
So most managers of people and performance and productivity and all those things that as a manager you need to be in control of if you manage a team of people, all of those things are just harder to do when you can't manage people with your ears and your eyes. If you can't see your team, maybe your team are working from home and you're working from the office, or maybe even the manager's working from home as well. It's just increasingly difficult to get the right balance of people's performance and people's well-being. So that's why our customers come to us at ActiveOps. We provide the tools and the method to enable those managers to effectively manage remotely, whether their employees are working from home, whether they're working from office, or maybe somewhere in between. If employers get it right, they've got to be able to measure and monitor what people are doing. They've got to have managers who are equipped with that information to make the appropriate decisions. Get that right, hybrid works here, it's here to stay. Get it wrong, it creates a real toxic environment.
He's the CEO of ActiveOps North America. Spencer O'Leary is always great to talk about these new, the new working world that we live in. Spencer, thanks very much for joining me this morning.